And Dave, I got to start off in saying, hey, I got to see a sneak peek at the product, and I tried it out. And has it helped my golf game? I think I'm going to have part two and catch up with Tim at his golf academy to help out my game. But I'm telling you, I'm feeling so much better and so much stronger with using your product.
Yeah, it's exciting, and it adds a golf fitness aspect to the game, and that's what we're really excited about. And that's kind of why I invited Tim to join us today, because he's traveling the country doing golf schools and clinics and using our product, and we're excited about it.
That's good. So I guess the one question I do have to throw out to you, Dave, is, and you can explain this to me in 30 seconds, in 60 seconds, or we can hand this off to Tim. I'm going to say, how is the hand speed trainer different from all the other weighted training aids?
I think that is right up Tim's alley. Tim, you want to take that one?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, Ted, the biggest thing we see in the different weighted training aids, and I can tell you right now, I've been doing this for about 25 years in combination with my brother teaching our academies, and we have facilities all over the country, so we see a lot of students, and we get that question all the time. The biggest thing about weighted training aids is 99% of the time the weight is in the training aid itself, whether it's a shaft of a club or a head of a club or just the overall weight of a club is heavier. The problem with that is when you swing those or do drills with those, it changes the plane. It'll change the swing itself. So the dilemma you deal with is that, let's say somebody has got a pretty good plane swing, or they got a pretty good swing at this time, and they're getting a weighted club, get more distance and more strength. Well, that weighted club changes their plane, so it changes the mechanics. And we've dealt with this for years, trying to find something that actually would work that wouldn't change the mechanics of the swing. And I'll be honest with you, I found the hand speed trainers by accident. My son, who's a very good young baseball player, was working out with the summer team, and one of the young men there had these hand speed trainers on, trying to develop some bat speed. And as I was looking at that, I started talking to the dad, and I saw that this makes a lot of sense in baseball. I mean, again, it's not having a weighted bat or weight on the bat that will change the plane. So I talked to him about it and said, what are those? I had never seen them before. I've been in this business a long time. And immediately in my brain I went to, this is what we're looking for in golf. This is the product that we can put on the body that gives you the resistance training that will actually, you can perform your swings, you can do drills, you can do things through the winter, through the summer. You can do that without changing your path of the plane. So now, because before it caused us issues in the fact that we were always having to repair the mistakes or the problems that were caused by the weighted club. You won't have that with the hand speed trainers. That's more than 30 or 90 seconds, 30 or 60 seconds there.
But that's perfect. I mean, because you answered like my follow-up question, Tim, that I was going to hand to Dave with was, does it restrict the movement in any way? And I'm telling you personally, from using it, I didn't run into that problem. But if you could just tell our listeners, what is the hand speed trainer made of?
The hand speed trainer, it's neoprene, and so it fits on the forearm. You put it fits just below the elbow, so on your upper forearm, and it fits like a wetsuit. So that's what makes it the comfortable. The profile of the weight, you can go as light as 4 ounces and as heavy as 24 ounces, but you can move in 4 ounce increments. So the profile of the weights they're flat and they slide into the pockets on the side. So really. It's really interesting to listen to people who have tried them for the first time, and they'll get out there and they may practice for 30 minutes, and man, they get done with their practice and they forget they're on there. But what they actually have done was they practiced 30 minutes without altering anything that their practice plan or what they normally do, but they've gotten a strength workout in it while they were doing it.
So like I said, I'm slightly biased, guys, on this one, so you got to work with me. So I've used the product. I love the product, for one. I know that, hey, I'm out there. I'm playing 18 holes out here in Eisenhower Park on Long Island, New York, and I know it can be cleaned, but some of my friends who saw the hand speed trainer, they wanted to know, hey, how do I know what size to get?
The sizing, really what we're looking at is right below the forearm. And if you go to our website, handspeedtrainer.com, there's a sizing chart there. The easiest way that we're sizing them right now is we're taking just a regular piece of paper, standard 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and we're making a tube out of it. We're putting it around the upper end of that forearm. If it overlaps by over a half an inch, you're the smallest size. You large, small. If there's a half inch or shows a half inch of space, you're a medium large. And if you've got more than a half an inch of your skin showing when you put that piece of paper around your arm, then you're an XL, double XL. And it's really that easy.
Wow. So I think my next to last question, and it might not be my next to last question, but so I was able to move around the weights. Explain to me, how much weight can you insert into each sleeve?
Tim, you want to get that one?
Sure. I mean, it really starts with kind of your mobility and also the strength. I mean, we do recommend starting pretty small with the 4 ounces at first. Put a 4 ounce in each sleeve, and then use that for a week, maybe 25 reps at a time. Then go to 25 with them on, 25 with them off. Do that for 3 or 4 days a week, depending on your practice time, obviously. Then the next week, maybe do some more reps. And then in the third week or the odd weeks, add maybe another 4 ounces, like to go to 8 ounces and 12 ounces. A lot of guys, I'll be honest with you, I was one of them, are going to load up those weights real quick and say, I'm going to jump the gun with this. Doesn't do what you need to do. If you get too much, you get too much weight in there, it actually have counter effects. You want to start small and work up. And believe it or not, a small amount, 4 ounces in each arm is going to feel like a lot when you've never had anything on your arms before. So you want to start small and work up and do reps. The reps are the key, and I'm sure Dave can add a little bit more to this, but the reps are the key. And I believe, just as any training, I mean, when we're doing drills or we're doing this, working on the swing, you do the number of reps with them on, do the same number of reps with them off. Go back and forth. Therefore, you maintain your feel. You're going to maintain the swing and so on, but you'll build strength, which is going to give you distance in the outcome very quickly, actually.
Gotcha. Well, probably my last question, and it's really more for you, Tim. Tim, give us a if you had that elevator speech about the Graves Golf Academy, tell our listeners about what's going on there.
Well, the Graves Golf Academy has been around. We've been here 15 years. We're a single plane swing that was based on a theory of Mo Norman. It's basically, I mean, if you see that Steve Stricker on tour or gentlemen like that, you'll see what the single plane swing basically represents. It's become very, very popular. You see it lots on the Golf Channel and so on now. But we have academies in locations in 26 different states. We have in Canada. We've actually opened up a branch in China. And gentlemen or ladies will come in and spend 3 to 5 days with us and learn the methodology and so on. It's a simple fundamentals based on Mo swing. It's single plane swing that we teach. And again, these hand speed trainers, when a lot of our teaching involves doing drills, doing different drills from training grip clubs to leverage bag drills, most things people have heard. We're using these hand speed trainers as an asset. Most of our students are 50 years of age or older. It's just the golfing public. When we have that, they're always talking to us about distance, trying to maintain distance, or try to increase distance, or at least maintain what they've had. And that's where the hand speed trainers can be perfect. So when we go out to our schools, our camps, and we're doing live webinars, we do a lot of things like that. We're always trying to find things that will help out our students, especially when they're doing different training sessions.
Amazing. Listen, so guys, from Tim, we'll go with Tim first. Tim, if you could tell our listeners the best way to get in contact with you via social media.
You can Graves Golf. I mean, the best way for us is we've got Twitter, and we can go to our website at Graves Golf. It's actually monormangolf.com, or you can look at Graves Golf on the Twitter handle. But that's the best way. Our website is monormangolf.com. You can see us there and find out all kinds of information about us.
Thanks a lot, Tim. And to my buddy, Dave Owens, give us the best way to get in contact with you about your product.
We're at handspeedtrainer.com. Just did some exciting changes to our website. We're there, handspeedtrainer.com.
Gotcha. Gentlemen, I want to give you a one-time for you guys. Hold on. That's just for both of you. I just had to do it twice because you guys came in here, you tore it down, and Dave, you're correct. Tim is high energy, just as advertised. I want to thank both of you guys for coming on and just spending a few minutes with us. We really appreciate having you on, and definitely want to have you back in the future. Okay?
That's great.
Thank you, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks so much.
All right.
And that was Dave Owens of Handspeed Training.